In a world where a plant is illegal and the fight is not neither, but something that has been around long before us and that will be around way long after us. I can sit here and talk about weed, dope, pot, whatever you want to call it, and its effects across North America and its spiritual and religion based beliefs, all the way to Jamaica and elsewhere. But I won't. I'm simply here to talk about Canada, where I am from. The Great White North. Somewhere where everyone thinks from looking outside in is just blazing it up. And I am here to tell you that is not true. That is far from the truth. But that will all change come Canada Day 2018 in a year in the future. And the laws will change and legalize pot, and we'll all have 4 pot plants per house, and so on and so forth. But leading that charge on the council, and one of the suspicious people to ever be put on a marijuana council, is ex-police chief Bill Blair. Interesting, isn't it? Let's take a step back and really dig into it all. But we don't really have to go far to see the seeds that have already been planted by big business and corruption. Unfortunately, we don't have to go deep into this all, but let's start with none other than our six-pack Prime Minister, Mr. Justin Trudeau. Now, Mr. Justin Trudeau has gave the job to people like Bill Blair, but he also has a friend who is an LP, which is a licensed producer of Canada. Very few and far between places that have been authorized to sell medical marijuana to the couple thousand of patients who have the card. And that's okay. That's fine and dandy. Sick people need their pot, obviously. But for an LP to be able to produce and be licensed by Canada, it will be via mail, and it is something that is a very, very troublesome process, because now you have to wait so and so days for your medicine to come over mail, because it's not Stretch It, this is medicine. As much as some people and me at the time when I was smoking, it definitely could be a fun time thing, but to some with cancer, it is medicine. It's no joke. This sounds great. I can just order pot over the mail and it is going to show up on my doorstep, 2 to 3 days later. Like I said before, to wait for medicine is just simply outrageous. And for it to just go out of stock would just be mind-blowing, but it does happen. Or a recall because it is moldy and you can't grow it right. That is unbelievable, and it happens. So these big businesses that I'm looking at, and you can find it online, the people that have been issued the license to grow, the so many per province and whatnot, and some are active and some aren't, they just have the license and they're sitting on it. Why are they sitting on it? Probably until 2018 or somewhere around that date. Now, the LPs, the licensed producers, they don't sell the fancy dancy, medical chocolate bars or the shatter and the hash that you can get at a walk-in dispensary, but let's save that for later. You can only get the green. And unfortunately, some people don't want to smoke. Some people can't smoke. Some people just don't want to because it's nasty. Some people want to be able to take that chocolate bar and not have to realize that they're smoking weed, We live in a time where there's a lot of gray in the world, and this area in life is no different. Now, there are what we would like to call dispensaries in Canada, but like I said before, they fluctuate in between the gray area, in between legal and not legal, but yet they pay taxes just like everyone else. Just like the cannabis culture that Mark and Jody Emery own. They pay taxes, they have medical marijuana that, is available to the patients, but yet the Canada government will not acknowledge that they are a dispensary and they are helping sick people. Now it's time to wrap all this together. And it is not nor a challenging knot at all. You have Justin Trudeau, and Justin Trudeau has a friend that is an LP, and the LPs want to sell before Canada Day or on Canada Day. And they want to sell to everyone, and not just the few and far between medical users. And now we have a dispensary that is making millions of dollars and is all over Canada, in multiple places. And now, wouldn't you be a little butthurt if you were an LP that now wants to make money, but there's someone already on your turf? And wouldn't it be a very easy thing for the LP to complain to the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister to make a few simple emails to Bill Blair, and Bill Blair make another few simple emails to his former colleagues down in the Toronto Police Department and elsewhere. It is not a very, very long chart down to the bottom of it all. And the connecting the dots is not a lot of lines, like I said. Clearly, that we have a panoply, as I like to say to some. And this issue is no different than any other issue of monopolies, but we now have a pot monopoly. Once again, we have our greedy government putting its fingerprints all over a system that has been proven to work elsewhere across the world. But I'm sure they'll hide behind the good old saying it's for the best interest of Canadians. I leave you with not just a rant, but a question. What would you rather have? A system that has been proven to fail and a mail order over the internet transaction that will leave you nothing but waiting for your medicine and goes out of stock, is moldy, and recalls a year later for something that they messed up on? Or would you rather have a system that has been proven to succeed across the nation, and it goes as far as to California, across the sea, and now we have a system that has been, proven to fail, but over there we have a system that has been proven to bail out an entire state nonetheless, and could, benefit Canadians and roads and schools. And I have no problem with medical marijuana taxes, building a school. I have no problem with fixing the roads that needed to be fixed, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of issues that can be fixed with medical marijuana money. And it's not even medical marijuana at that point, it's legal. I have no problem with cannabis paving the streets. But that is up to you, and I'm just leaving you with a question. A failed system that has been proven to fail over and over again and will only fail more as more people are introduced. Or a system that has been proven to succeed and to benefit. And I'm not going to say it, but I think the Americans are onto something and we should listen. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode, and I'm sorry for the hand gestures over and over again, and have a good one. This has been a good episode, a hazy episode of The Dale Privilege, and have a good one, guys.